I genuinely do believe that this is an influencer camera. What's up guys, it's just me today, and I'm going to do an official review of the Canon EOS M50. So about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, Kate and I picked this up.
Hey
What's up guys?
What's up guys?
Wait, this is the new camera. I did a lot of research about what camera would be the best for our situation. We go from vlogging to prank videos to this and that, so sometimes we do multi-camera videos. There was Kate, by the way. There was a lot of needs that I had for a camera, and specifically, you know, having good audio, good quality, quick to set up, move around. Autofocus was a huge deal. The biggest thing that I think this camera has going for itself is the value. I mean, this camera is like beyond worth its price. It's weight in gold. I think that I ended up picking up the camera for like $480 or something like that on eBay. It was still brand new. It was by an authorized Canon dealer. And then I also, for an extra $50 through a 2-year 100% coverage protection plan on it, so that if we use and abuse this thing beyond its means, that we can get a free replacement. Obviously, we paid for the insurance for that. The best value that this thing has going is mostly the content creator kit. You can get the camera, a 32 megabyte SanDisk SD card, and a Rode like Video Go mic, which is it's like an $80 to $100 mic. I'll put the price up on the screen right now. If you can find that deal at a place that you like to buy, you know that Best Buy offers that deal pretty good. Canon even offers it for just like 20 bucks more. That's the deal to get. That will get you in YouTube, no problem. It's not gonna be the magic fix-all for lighting and for a proper setup and whatnot, but what it does do is it really helps you out in a pinch. And for instance, like right now, I'm just using our just ambient lighting from outside because it's midday, but I would not be comfortable using this lighting in about 2 hours because it's a cloudy day out, and I think that the camera wouldn't pick up enough light to be able to create a good quality picture. This camera, on the other hand, I would have no problem doing that. I'd feel totally confident with that. I would also feel totally confident grabbing this sucker, running around with it, different focal lengths, everything. It would keep adjusting its autofocus so well. If you're somebody who likes to move around with your camera, it is so good. It is also unbelievably lightweight. I mean, the camera, the battery, it comes with a strap in the box. It comes with a 14 to 45 millimeter lens on it, which is plenty wide enough for a 1 to 2 person vlog. I will say right away that the 32 megabyte or 32 gigabyte SD card that comes with the content creator kit, that's pretty much nothing. That's going to be like 1 to 2 days of filming. It does shoot 1080p 60 frames per second. It's a high quality video. It's going to take up a lot of storage. So you're going to want to think about either investing in multiple SD cards, or we have a 128 gigabyte SanDisk SD card from Walmart. The quality of the camera, that's what I'm going to move into next. I do think that this camera has good quality. Now, let me just say, in the past, I've used Canon, I've used Nikon. I do think that Nikon makes a heftier, like nicer feeling camera than Canon, but if you can get around the fact that it does feel a little lightweight for what it is, but it is a mirrorless, so that's something to take into consideration. It does feel like it has the quality that it needs. I don't think that I would fear too much if I dropped this camera. I know that people have talked about in the past the microphone port being right here, how inconvenient it is if you place it down on the side too much, or if it falls on the side, it'll break the port. What I noticed is that when you stick a mic jack in there, the actual microphone port itself is kind of like free floating and has a little bit of wiggle room, so that if it accidentally gets bent or something like that, it doesn't interfere with the camera. Okay, here's a picture of the screen. You can see the size. It's definitely smaller than you think it is, and I'll turn it on real quick so you can kind of see. Because the bezels, let's even open up the camera so you can see right through it. The bezels are just a lot bigger than I anticipated, so that is something to take into consideration. It is a touchscreen, and what you notice is that they take some of the things that you might be used to on a different camera and throw that on the touchscreen feature. For instance, like changing your ISO is a touchscreen feature, and that can definitely be something that is not necessarily preferred if you're somebody who likes to shoot fast photos on the go in manual. Another thing about this camera is that it is honestly really good quality in autofocus or auto setting. I usually am pretty serious about using manual settings, just because especially if I have my shot like this where it's all stabilized, I want everything to just look the way that I want it to look. I want to control the lighting. I want to control everything that has to do with the shot. This one, I really don't care for. Like, I care about good shots and everything, but I can trust the camera 9 times out of 10 and not worry about having to put on manual settings and having to change certain things that don't need to be changed. And that brings me to user friendliness. This camera is so user friendly. If you're somebody who's new to making video, if you're somebody who wants to grow their channel a little bit bigger, or just wants to have a multi-use media device for all of your influencer platforms, this is the camera for you. Guys, it's hard to stress enough like how good of a value this camera is. You can get this camera brand new for less than similar competing costs of used cameras with a protection plan if you opt for that, which I think that if you're somebody who this is a big purchase to your channel, and if you're watching this video, it probably is, then you really should consider always getting a protection plan, stuff like that. This camera on a simple tripod right here, bent forward for vlogging like that. You have the screen out to the side. I just use a simple Rode mic. Honestly, I'll tell you this, if you can't get the camera with a mic, it's got a plenty good mic on it, and I'll give you some audio tests of that. Old camera, new camera, old camera, new camera, old camera. Holy cow, this is crazy.
Wait, when we edit this, we will see like what the difference is.
It also takes a really cool lens mount system called the EFM mount, I believe. And even though I haven't bought any more lenses for it, I definitely plan on investing in lenses in the future because it is the future of Canon cameras. They are not straying away from that type of lens mount, so it's important to recognize that you're future-proofing your investment when you buy something that has the latest technology on it. Canon themselves are going to keep investing and creating camera systems that use the EFM style mount. It's a way smaller lens. This lens right here, you can see it, and if I pull this right here, it locks up to that big. That's the entire size of the camera with a tripod on it. That's something that we can easily keep in our backpacks, in Kate's purse, leave it in the backseat of our car if we need to. And then the last thing that I'll say about this camera is that I genuinely do believe that this is an influencer camera. This is so perfect. It will get you your high quality Instagram shots. It will get you those high quality thumbnails. It's got a timer on it, 10, 20, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10, 20 seconds. So you can set it up on a tripod. You can get that perfect thumbnail shot. You can do a burst mode for it so you can get multiple thumbnail shots all at once so you can pick from the best. It takes photos in auto mode really well, and they just need a slight touch up with Visco or whatever platform you use to be edited so you can throw them on social media. You can keep your social media going so well with this camera, and then of course you can invest heavily into YouTube. It's got 1080p, 60 frames per second. You can do 4K, I think at 24 frames per second, which is something that is usable if you want the 4K format. You can also take advantage of super slow-mo, 120 frames per second. At 720p, of course, that's a lot less than 1080p and 4K, but to be fair, that is still a usable thing for something like super slow-mo, and you will still find yourself with some upscaling to be able to use that kind of a shot. I am by no means like a camera genius or guru. I did a lot of research to figure out if this was the right camera to get. It's a 2-year-old camera, guys. It came out in 2018, but what I'll say is that I do not feel like this camera lacks anything. And at the end of the day, you have so much you can invest into this camera. You can get new lenses for it that offer wide angle, shallow depth of field, telephoto lenses. You can get so many different attachments to it. You can throw a speed booster on it and basically have a full sensor camera, or you could just run it straight out of the box like it comes. Even if you don't get the creator kit and you just get the camera for a discount like I found it, and then you throw it on a tripod or even carry it by hand and just use the mic that's built into the camera, it will be plenty good for you. It is a one-stop all content creator camera, and that's what I really love about it, and that's why I see it as the perfect investment for a 2020 YouTube channel. Somebody who wants to get the ball going, wants their channel to explode in 2020. You really want to invest in it. This is the kind of camera that you need. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something new that's going to help you with your purchase of a Canon EOS M50 or any camera that you really need. What's going to grow your platform is what you really need. Leave a comment down below letting me know some information that you learned from this video, or something that you want to share about your experience with this camera. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos like it. Bye!